Hey, Joe here. Welcome back to the Noble Strength Way of Life and our video series, Souls of Destiny. We have covered just a little bit about the introduction, which is important to look at what the purpose is, which is to look at the parallel lives of Jesus and this innocent pig born in a factory farm. Destiny is that they both have a future, and we will certainly continue to work towards what that future should be. And we've covered the birth and the very short early life of both the pig and Jesus Christ. Today we will go through what their brief life is all about. And that will be sobering, but also, I hope, eye-opening. First, let me read, if you would, from the Gospel of St. Mark, chapter 15, verse 14 and 15. The soldiers mock Jesus. They lead Jesus into the palace and called together the whole company of soldiers. They put a purple robe on him, then twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on him. And they began to call out to him, "Hail, King of the Jews!" Again and again they strike him on the head with a staff and spat on him. Falling on their knees, they paid homage to him, mocked him, and they continued to mock him until they took off the purple robe and put his own clothes on him. Then they led him out to crucify him. Jesus is treated terribly. It's obvious. And I know even the most non-religious people will read this passage and they will at least quiver somewhat to see that anyone can be treated so horribly when they know that on the other end of being treated so badly, they will be killed unmercifully. This is a fact. Interestingly, and chilling I might add, the life of the pig is very similar. He is born in this obscure place, as we had said. He lives a very brief life. He tries as best as he can to obtain love and give love. And what happens? Pigs and other factory farm animals, as well as many animals around the world, are treated so terribly before their death. They are mocked. They are spat on. They are beaten on. Just like Jesus. Why does this happen? In both cases, unfortunately, it is absolutely to give in to the gluttony of the crowds. The gluttony of the crowds where Jesus was to see him mocked and tortured to satisfy their hunger of some kind of warped, horrible action. And the pig, the gluttony of the people, yes, the gluttony of the people that will look towards the death of the pig for the food that he yields to the crowds. I'm sure you could see the parallel nature now of both of them, and it will continue as my Souls of Destiny videos go on. But let's continue to examine what happens here in this difficult situation. You see, the road to the cross is going to continue for Jesus, the road to his death. And for the pig, it's the road to the slaughterhouse. On the way, they are both treated as badly as possible. So now let's examine two very important aspects. One, a little controversial. You see, many in the Christian right will look at these soldiers who mocked and beat Jesus and will say that they actually feel for them. And Jesus himself says that. They know not what they do. He offers forgiveness to them in this difficult situation. They are absolutely lost individuals. My friends, so are many of these factory farm workers. Many of them don't want to be there. Many of them are there and only there for a short time. The turnover is huge. And the reason is because of the terrible work conditions. I'm not saying that we put them before Jesus and our pig here. I'm just saying that we need to look at the similarities and we need to look at the human element that is involved in both situations. The other thing we should look at as we talk about this part of Souls of Destiny is that both Jesus and the pig remain silent. They remain silent and stoic throughout this terrible treatment. That's actually hard for me to even witness, but there's a deep lesson within it. And the deep lesson within it is for us to realize that they are showing us inner strength during such difficult time. Let's face it, we as humans lash out so much for so much little. We respond with anger. We respond back with our own lashing out for so much less. Both Jesus and the pig, in a very chilling and stark similarity, remain stoic and silent, showing us that we too should, in many situations, model their behavior. But I hope what you are seeing is the lessons that are involved here in as we continue the parallel tracks of Jesus and our friend the pig. And we also, hopefully you will see that is revealing so much about what they have to offer us. So let's continue to learn, to meditate and pray over what we are seeing here, to look to modify our own lives and look to inspire others to make the necessary adjustments in their life so that we can make this a nicer world for animals and people. So I ask you to visit my website, noblestrength.life. I ask you to reflect upon this video, and we will have several more to come, but please share them with anyone who you feel will gain value from what I am trying to portray in Souls of Destiny. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next video.